Hello students, here we are going to start with the group 16 element. 16 elements. So, which are the elements of the group 16? I will just write the names over here. The first element is oxygen, then sulfur, then selenium, tellurium, and the polonium. Okay, these are the elements of the group 16 element, first element oxygen, sulfur, then sulfur, selenium, tellurium, and the polonium, right? So here symbols I will write oxygen, then this is sulfur, this is selenium, this is tellurium, and this is polonium. Now what? Now talking about the nature, okay, this element and their nature. The oxygen and sulfur, okay, these are non-metals. Then selenium and tellurium are metalloids. And this is a poor metal. Okay, radioactive. This is a kind of radioactive element. Occurrence. Now, how this will occur in the natural state? Occurrence here, oxygen will exist as either O2 or O3. Then sulfur. Okay, then sulfur will exist as S8, S6, S4 or S2. These are the allotropes. Okay, these are the allotropes of the sulfur. Now, coming to the general electronic configurations of the group 16 element. Now, general electronic configuration is NS2, general electronic configuration is NS2 NP124. Okay, this is the electronic configuration. Sorry, not 1 to 4. Since we are talking specifically of the group 16, it is Ns to Np4. There are six valence electron. There are six valence electron in the outermost shell. Since it is a group 16, okay, it is very easy to identify what are the number of the outermost electron in this case. So here, since there are six valence electron, this is the electronic configuration Ns to Np6, not 2p6. Sorry, ns to np4. This is the general outermost electronic configuration. Means if I want to write the electronic configuration, let's say for the oxygen, I'm writing for the oxygen where z is equal to 8. The electronic configuration would be 1s2, 2s2, 2p4, right? And this is the outermost electronic configuration. Same way, sulfur's atomic number is 16, right? Electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. This is the general outermost electronic configuration of the sulfur. Same way for the other, means this 3 2, this represents the period number. Here oxygen belongs to the second period, this sulfur belongs to the third period, that way. Then same way for the selenium, for the selenium, the outermost electronic configuration of the element will be, since it belongs to the fourth period, it will be 4s2, 4p4. Okay, same way you can write for the other elements also. uh, Next is atomic radius. Okay, next property we are going to discuss. First we discussed about the general electronic configuration, we also discussed about the occurrence. Next I will discuss about the atomic radius. atomic radius. This will be a common trend with every group. Okay, it will be a common trend with every group. Atomic radius, it increases down the group, down the groups, because electrons are being added to the new shell. Okay, due to the increase in the number of shells, we can say this way, the radius, atomic radius increases down the group due to the number of electrons are being added to the new shells. Okay, then third is the ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy or ionization energy. Now, what is the meaning of ionization energy? It is the energy which is required, it is energy required to remove outermost electron from neutral gaseous atom. Okay, so whatever energy is required to remove the outermost electron is called as a ionization and enthalpy or the energy. Now, what happens is that it is said that ionization energy is inversely related to the atomic radius. Okay, atomic radius, or you can say it is inversely related to the size of the atom. Means as the size increases, the ionization enthalpy decreases. Now, what is the meaning of that? Means if there is a nucleus, if the nucleus is there, and this is nucleus is the positively charged part of the atom, and let's say there is a at this distance the outermost electron is there. This is the electron where the outermost electron is there. So there is a electrostatic force of attraction between the nucleus and the electron, which holds this electron, right? So to remove this, you have to um, like there is some force between this positive charge and the negative charge of the electron. See, as this distance is small, that force is more, so you will require more energy. So as the size of the atom keeps on increasing, as we go down the group, the atomic size will keep on increasing. So what will happen? A distance between the nucleus and the, let's say this is the nucleus and this is the outermost electron. This is the nucleus, this is the outermost electron. This is the nucleus, this is the outermost electron. This distance is increasing. So because of this distance, less energy is required. So ionization enthalpy is inversely proportional to the atomic radius. So what will happen with this statement? What we can say is that ionization enthalpy or energy, it decreases down the group. Same way, there are more properties like electronegativity. Okay, there are more properties like fourth is electronegativity. Electronegativity is the tendency of an atom to attract share pair of electron toward itself in a covalent mode. So uh, electronegativity is also inversely related to the size. Means as the size increases, electronegativity decreases. Then there is a fifth category property, that is electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy. So here electron gain enthalpy is inversely related to the size. So in short, what we can say is that ionization enthalpy, I will write ionization enthalpy or energy. Second is electronegativity. Electronegativity. And the third is electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy. Not only with respect to these elements, this is applicable to all the elements. All these elements, all these properties are What I can say is that it is inversely related to the size. Okay, keep this in mind. It will help you lot. You can apply this concept, these trends anywhere. So ionization enthalpy, electronegativity, and electron gain enthalpy is inversely related to the size. So as we go down the group, ionization enthalpy will decrease, electronegativity will decrease, and electron gain enthalpy will also decrease. There is other name for the electron gain enthalpy. Okay, electron gain enthalpy's other name is electron affinity. Electron affinity. Okay, or I'll write here. The name for this is electron affinity. Now there are some exceptions. There are some exceptions with respect to group uh, oxygen. Oxygen is having less uh, electron affinity than sulfur. Okay, then these are the exceptions of the electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity with respect to this. So I'll stop this class over here and see you in the next lecture with more concepts. Thank you.